Hi guys, today's lesson is about geometric sequences. This is perhaps one of the easier lessons. So just bear with me and follow the steps as I show them to you. In a geometric sequence, the ratio of any term to its preceding term means the term before it is a constant value, and we call that ratio the common ratio, and the letter that we use is R. So um, let's say there is a jacket that has a price of $80, but each week the coat doesn't sell, its price is marked down 80%, 20%. That means it's really selling at only 80% of its price. What will happen after 3 weeks? So in the beginning, the cost is $80. The next week, it falls to $64 because 80% of 80 is 64. The following week, it falls to 80% of 64. So you take that number and you multiply it by 0.80. So it falls down to 51.20. And then the next week, it falls down another 20%. So it's really only 80% of that price. So as you see, all you're doing is multiplying by zero point 0.8 every single time. So that is a geometric sequence. If a sequence is multiplying or dividing, then it is a geometric sequence. So here are some sequences. You will be asked to say whether it is a geometric sequence or not. So the first one, it seems everything is just getting multiplied by 2. So the next term will be 48, followed by 96, followed by 192. And to find the r, since it's being multiplied by 2, we can say r is equal to 2. The next one is being divided by 2. So it's 1 and then half and then 0.25. So the r, you calculate the r by taking the number and dividing by the previous number. So r is 0.5. The next one is a very tricky kind of sequence. It's being multiplied by -1. So -5, +5, -5. And this technically is also a geometric sequence because we are just multiplying by -1 every time. So the R happens to be -1. I don't know if you can see this, but R is -1. In case you cannot see it, I'm going to type it for you. R is equal to -1. All right, so how do we get the geometric sequence formula? Since we are multiplying by the rate, if the first term is A1, the second term is going to be A1 times R. The third term is going to be the second term times R, but we know that the second term is already A1 times R, so we can substitute. The fourth term is going to be A3 times R, or A1 times R, three of them. The fifth term, by now you should have figured it out, is going to be A1 times R to the fourth. So notice when we want the fifth term, we multiply the rate one less times. So this is your geometric sequence formula. To get the nth term, we take the first term multiplied by the R times to the power of n minus 1. So let's do some math. Let's find any term in a geometric sequence. Remember that if you are using a formula, you must write the formula and then plug in and then solve and give the final answer. So in this case, it's telling us that the first term is 6, the rate is 5. What is the fifth term? So you're going to say A5 is equal to 6 times 3 to the power of 5 minus 1, which turns out to be 6 times 3 to the power of 4. Make sure you find 3 to the fourth power and then multiply by 6. Otherwise, you will end up with the wrong answer. And that is your answer. I want you to give these two a try. You may want to pause the video. Just remember that if you have a negative term, please put it in parentheses for sure. So here's the reveal. And for this side, if you cannot see it, I'm going to put it up. And there it is. And now here's a challenge question. If the second term is 6, what is the eighth term when the rate is 3? Again, you want to pause the video, give it a try before you see my reveal. So if the second term is 6, and we know that the second term is going to be the first term times r, then 6 is equal to a1 times 3. Therefore, a1 is equal to 2. And so now a8 is going to be a1 times 3 to the power of 8 minus 1, and it's 7374. So the next thing you need to know is find the missing term if they tell you that there is a geometric sequence. So what is the missing term here? So to find this, what we do is we put an x in the middle. And because when we're finding r, we have to take 48 and divide it by x, and that has to be the same as x divided by 3. We can write this ratio. Then you cross multiply and you solve. You get two answers. That means x can be positive or negative 12. That number is known as the geometric mean. It's the geometric middle of two numbers in a geometric sequence. So give this second one a try before I reveal it. Pause. Here we go. Solve for x, and it's positive or negative 25. That is it. See you in class. Goodbye.